Always remember that no country has developed through a borrowed language. You talk of England, you talk of US, you talk of Japan, you talk of Russia, you talk of Germany, you talk of France, any country you name. In this regard, a very important issue in current affairs would be the failure of Pakistan. Why Pakistan is a failed state? Did I tell you about Pakistan? What is Pakistan? Who created this term Pakistan? You must have read in history. Ali brothers, you say. It was not. It was your Sare Jahan Se Acha man who was instrumental in that. He gave the idea to Jinnah. And his concept of Pakistan was Pakistan. Punjab, Afghania, कश्मीर, क्या है इसको, ईरान कहेंगे, इंडस कहेंगे, इंडस जो भी है, सिंध, तुर्किस्तान, अफगानिस्तान एंड नॉर्दर्न प्लेटो. This is Pakistan. I think this should be Iran. Hmm. Where is Bangladesh here? And this reference I have from K.L. Gauba. He wrote a book, Assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Details are there. Fine. So that was the idea that failed in itself. Second thing is that majority of the Muslims, most majority of the Muslim Leagues, they didn't want a separate country. And even Qaid-e-Azam, Jinnah, he started thinking on these lines only after 1936 elections, 37 elections, when Jinnah got only seats. But he wanted a share in the governments led by Congress, and Congress refused. So he concluded that Muslims are not safe. And then Quran says that you should have your own country. You cannot live with the people who have shirk. Hmm. But still, majority of the Muslim did not want. The Muslim League didn't want, because if Pakistan was created, then they will get only Pakistan. In India, Muslims are about 25%. Another increase of 5%, they would have forced India to convert to Islam. This is what happened throughout the world. Creation of Pakistan, it created a dent in their thought. Even when the Muslims and Muslims of Bihar and UP, the 94% of them voted for Pakistan, but they didn't go to Pakistan. So Pakistan had to be a failed state. Firstly, there was no future planning. Just one thing, that we want a separate country from, away from, against partition from India and creation of Pakistan. So no permanent policy was there. Even when the governments was there, every government had its own policy, overruling the previous government. And also no stability. No PM completed 5 years. There used to be a joke in the 1970s and 1980s How do you define Pakistan? There are only three things that control Pakistan: Allah, army, America. That is how Pakistan is running. And just now I told you that no country has developed through a foreign language. What is the language of Pakistan? State language? Urdu. Urdu is a language of UP. How could be no Pakistani, other than those who migrated from here, knew Urdu? But that was forced on them. So everybody speaks Urdu in their local accent only. Punjabis speak Urdu in Punjabi accent. Sindhis in that way. Pata people in that way. So the seeds were sown right in the beginning for Pakistan to be a failed state. The next issue is the policy of creation and development of terrorism, particularly targeting India. Till 1970s, India was just like any other developing countries. The real change first started with Rajiv Gandhi. Sam Petroda had that 5 technology missions. There was nothing in Pakistan. The fact is that even the name of Pakistan, it is false. The name is Democratic Islamic Republic or Islamic Republic of Pakistan. Islamic cannot be republic. Islam says there will be only one state governed on the principle of Sharia. It cannot be republic, it cannot be democracy. The name itself is false. So whatever funds were required for development, they were used for terrorism. Even when plenty of dollars came from West Asia, Saudi Arabia and neighboring countries, in the name of what we call petrodollars, they resulted in counterproduction. And then again, their policy is just anti-India. They look towards India only for everything wrong happens to them. Last year's flood really devastated their economy. They won't seek help from India because India has made clear that you finish terrorism and then talk. Terrorism is the basic policy. Best way would have been that they capture all the terrorists which India wants, give it to India, and India would have happily helped Pakistan in all aspects. Whether it is trade or whether it is subsidy or anything that is it. But they won't. And now the way situation is, they are purchasing Indian goods, but not directly from India. They are purchasing either via Colombo or via Dubai. They prove costly. I have told you that if resources are limited, you should spend judiciously. And if you know, you think the government of Pakistan doesn't. Just because of their whims, their ego, they are doing it. And then soon they have to return billions of dollars of loan to Iran, to China, and to other countries. Help of China was another factor. China gives you the loan on the terms you need, say, 1 crore rupees, I'll give you 2 crore. China is very particular in calculating that you should be given loan enough that you cannot repay. And terms and conditions are so hard that you have to submit. China is playing the same game in Africa also. A lot of land has been either captured or purchased by Chinese. And the same thing happened to Pakistan. Sri Lanka, you remember recently only, India saved a bit and IMF has also given a very important loan to them. But Pakistan uh, cannot be bailed out, firstly, because of their own policies. Secondly, whatever loan has been given to them or grant has been given to them, it has always been misused and it has not been used for the public good. You know the cost of daily needs over there. In these days of Ramjan, what is the cost of that khajur? 1200 rupees kg. That is integral part of breaking there. So what can they do? Irony is that there is no one center of authority. The governments elected, actually, these are basically controlled by the army in support of ISI. Whatever decisions are taken by the elected candidates, approval has to be there by the army. And these army people who are there, they have no interest in the development of Pakistan. Most of them, those who retired, they have settled either in Canada or in America or in Australia. Even Nawaz Sharif family today, these days, they are in London. And they claim that they are going to be the next PM. So when personal interests take over the national interest, nobody can save that country. Solutions are there. Actually, solution emerges from the problems only. Whatever you have done, just undo it. Simple. Just a hint. You decide what can be done.